Did you wake up ready to learn something new today? Well, so did I, so let's learn together. Today we're going to learn a very special word. And I love to learn about words. I love to learn how to read them, write them, spell them, say them, and especially I like to find out what they mean or their definition. Well, today we're going to learn about a great word that has two meanings or two definitions. That word is the word shape. And the first definition or meaning of the word shape is the outline of something. You might recognize some of these basic shapes behind me. Maybe you can help me say them at home. The very first one goes around and around. Do you know what shape that is? That's a circle. Very good. And a circle doesn't really have any particular sides that start and stop. It just keeps going. That's what makes a circle unique. How about this shape? Do you recognize it? Help me count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides, all the same size. That special shape is called a square. Very good. How about the next shape? That's a big word. Help me count the sides first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like the square. But what makes this shape different than a square? Did you at home notice that the sides are not the same size? I bet you did. The left and right are the same, and the top and bottom are the same. And that makes this shape different than the square. So this is called a rectangle. And how about this last shape? I bet you recognize it. It's a triangle. As a matter of fact, that beginning of that word tri means 3. So I bet you know how many sides it has, but let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3. 3 sides on a triangle. They're sometimes the same size, but not always. This is one meaning or definition of the word shape. And what's really neat about the shape of things is you can take these 4 basic shapes and a few other special shapes and put them together to make new shapes. As a matter of fact, you at home are unique, just like these shapes, because you're made up of all different shapes or outlines, all put together. Let's find out about some of those shapes in this book called Circus Shapes. I'm Miss Tara. I'm a teacher for WQLN, and one of my favorite things to do with you at home is to read stories and learn new things. So let's learn about circus shapes together. Circus Shapes by Stuart J. Murphy. Circus shapes. The circus is in town and we all get to go. Our seats are way up high. We're ready for the show. The ringmaster arrives in a funny little car. A man on stilts walks in. He's a favorite circus star. Elephants make a circle and then march round and round. The circus band starts playing. The tent fills up with sound. White horses make a triangle, 3 corners and 3 sides. The clowns are pulling wagons. The dancing dogs get rides. Some monkeys make a square. The 4 sides are all the same. The lions start their roaring. They aren't very tame. The bear forms a rectangle, 2 sides short and 2 sides long. Acrobats are twirling to a special circus song. Circus shapes are everywhere. The tent is all aglow. The ringmaster blows his whistle. It's time to end the show. The end. Were you able to spot a bunch of our 4 basic shapes in this story? I bet you were. Let's take a closer look together. Well, on the page with the elephants, what shape did we see on the elephants' blankets? Circles, right? All their blankets have circles on them. And then when we watched a little more of the circus, we came to the horsies. And what we saw on the horsies were more blankets made with triangles, right? There's a big triangle with 3 sides. And as the circus went on, we saw a bunch of silly monkeys playing, right? And they were all swinging on this different square with our 4 sides all the same. And that leaves a rectangle left, right? And where did we see our rectangle? Well, we saw a rectangle hanging out with the bears, right? The bears were hanging out with the rectangle, and there it is. 4 sides to the same, to the same. And then on the very last page, all 4 of the shapes were shown again. Maybe you can name them with me one more time. So we have a circle, and a square, and a triangle, and a rectangle. 4 basic shapes. Now, like I said, if you take these shapes and you combine them, you can make all sorts of different shapes. Makes it unique, just like you at home. For example, in the front, you can see this little circus car that's transporting the lion. Can you find what shapes it's made of? Well, it's made of a rectangle, and the wheels are circles, and the spokes on the wheels are triangles. 3 shapes right there. You know, I thought it would be fun to do a craft where you could create your own unique shapes using these 4 basic shapes. So I happen to have a bunch of shapes here already made. I have our triangles, our circles, our squares, and our rectangles. Now, if you don't have these little shapes at home, you can easily make them. Just have a grown-up cut them out for you, and you can make tons of different other shapes combining them. All the other stuff you need is paper, glue, and you're ready to create. Let's go see what we can make. Okay, so I was just here playing with all kinds of different shapes, and I came up with, so far, a circus car. I guess I was inspired by our story. So I made a little circus car out of a rectangle, 3 squares, and 2 circles. And then I took my glue stick and glued it on there. And then if you really want to go the extra creative step, you can even add some things. I have my box of crayons here. So I think I'm going to add a lion so that the lion can be ready to be transported in there. So I'm just going to add it right there next to the circus car. So I'll make a little mane, body, and a tail, some feet. And I'm going to give him a purple face because it's my lion and I can do whatever I want, right? I'm being creative. So there's my little lion ready to go off to the next circus in the circus car. Let's see what else I can create. Now, you don't only have to make circus things, so I also created this. And if you don't know what it is yet, let me color it in and you can see if you can figure it out, okay? It's kind of fun to take what you glued there and then add a few extra things. And then you can see if you can guess what it is. Let me see if you can guess. I made a little mouse, do you see? And I even put a little piece of cheese next to him. This is really fun. I feel like I could do this for hours. And this would be really fun to do with a friend or some people in your family and to see what they come up with that might be different than what your imagination comes up with. I think it would be fun to do one of myself. So I'm going to take a whole bunch of shapes and see what I can make. I'll check back with you in a minute and I'll show you. You can see if it looks like me. What do you think? It looks just like me, right? Well, not really, but it's fun to pretend. And I made my Miss Tara dancing and I added my name and a string and turned it into a necklace. It's fun to create, isn't it? Especially together. Well, I told you at our beginning of our time together that we were going to talk about 2 meanings or definitions of the word shape, and so far we've only talked about 1, the outline of something. So I'm going to spin this around and now I'm going to share with you another meaning of the word shape. Shape can also be an action or to create something. For example, if you've ever played with clay and you've formed something, you've created a shape, you've shaped it into a shape. It's something that you do. You can shape up, right? Which means you can do things to create a healthy you. So here's you, and here's your heart. And your heart is inside of you. It's what keeps a healthy you. To keep that heart healthy, there's a few things you can do. You can get plenty of rest, and you can drink lots of water and eat very healthy food, and you can exercise. Exercise really helps that heart inside of you pump the blood through your body so that you feel amazing and you wake up ready to learn more things every day. You know, here's a really interesting thing about your heart. Inside of you, you can't really see your heart. You can hear it if you hold your hands across your chest. And sometimes there's other parts of your body where if you put your hands on your neck or your wrist, you can feel a little bump, 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 a heartbeat. But inside of you, that heart is about the size of your fist. If you take your hand and you squeeze it like this, that's about the size of the heart that's inside of you, beating. If you go like this, you know what it's like when it's pumping blood. And when you exercise, you get that heart pumping a lot, and you get it in shape, or you shape up. You create a healthy body. So exciting, right? Because it's something that you can do. So here comes the fun. We're going to take the shapes of ourselves that we created, and we're going to put a little heart on them to remind us that inside of our unique shape is a heart that we can shape up together. So I'm going to draw a little heart on it. Right inside. See it? And then I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to put my sneakers on, and I'm going to shape up or get in shape wearing my shape, Miss Tara. I'm going to get in shape with shapes. You can do it with me. Just go to WQLN.org Homeroom, go to Shape Up, make a necklace for yourself, throw your sneakers on, and let's get some exercise and shape up with shapes together. I'm just getting my sneakers on. I'm ready to shape up with my shapes. Hey, looks like I got some company.
Hi, Miss Tara.
Hey, hi.
Do you mind watching the kids for a few minutes? I have a quick errand to run.
Oh, of course not. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Hi guys, you came over at the perfect time because I'm about to shape up with shapes. You want to join me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I made this awesome necklace. That's me out of shapes. Doesn't it look just like me?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I put a little heart on it because to get in shape, right? What do we exercise? Our heart, that's right, inside of us. Very good. So if you want, you can make yourselves on there and then draw a heart and put your name, and then we will do some fun exercises together, okay?
Yeah.
All right, have at it.
Okay.
All right, well, let's start with some stretches. Everybody reach up to the sky. Woo! Stretch to the one side. Woo! How about the other side?
Yeah.
And touch your toes.
Woohoo!
Reach to the sky. Woo! Take a deep breath. And let's have some fun.
Yeah.
So guys, I bet you guessed that today's lesson is on shapes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? That's why we made our Shape Up people. Yay! Okay, so let me see if I can ask you a couple questions about shapes, okay?
Okay.
All right, Abby, what shape on here has 3 sides?
Triangle.
Very good. And Ethan, what shape on here has 4 sides?
A rectangle.
A rectangle. And then there's another shape that has 4 sides.
square.
A square. You got it. Okay. And Flint, what shape on there has no sides?
A circle.
Oh, you got the trick question. Good job. Okay. So I have some sidewalk chalk here. Would you guys like to draw some of those shapes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun to play outside. All right. Have at it.
Triangle and a Circle.
Was it fun making those shapes?
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Hey, look what I made when you were drawing. I made a hopscotch.
Yay.
Want to try it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Squares, rectangle, triangle, circle, squares, rectangle, circles, triangle, squares.
Repeat.
Squares, triangle, circles, rectangle, squares, circle, triangle, rectangle, squares. Squares, rectangle, triangle, circle, squares, rectangle, circles, triangle, squares. Repeat. Triangle, circles, rectangle, squares, circle, triangle, rectangle, squares. Squares, rectangle, triangle, circle, squares, rectangle, circles, triangle, squares. Repeat. Triangle, circles, rectangle, squares, circle, triangle, rectangle, squares. A square has 4 sides. A square, woohoo! A rectangle has 4 sides too. 1, a rectangle, woo! A triangle has 3 sides. Woo, a triangle! And a circle has no sides. Woo! Woo! Shaping up with shapes. So much fun.
This is so fun!
Woo! Yay! Wow! I think they could just keep going. So did you guys have fun shaping up out there?
Yeah!
It's so much fun to shape up, right, that you don't even know you're doing good things for your body, right? Yeah, could you feel your heart beating?
Yeah.
Make a fist like this. That's about the size of your heart inside of you.
really?
Yeah, it's so cool,
I didn't know
right?
that.
And if you squeeze it like this,
Boom, boom.
that's like your heart pumping blood through your body.
Whoa!
Yeah, and when you were exercising, that was helping you shape up.
Yeah!
Woo! Hey, I'm so glad that you had to stop by while your mom and aunt ran errands today, right?
Yeah.
Because then you got to have fun with Cookie Monster and I. Does anyone know Cookie's favorite shape?
Circle!
Yeah, the shape of a cookie, right?
Yeah.
Should we give them one cookie? Of course, right?
Yay!
Okay, yay! Here's one for you, and one for you, and one for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Thanks for coming by.
Welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. Now you can see that getting in shape can be so much fun. You know, all those things that I did together with my friends, you can do at home. We made shapes with sidewalk chalk to make our hopscotch, and I used an extension cord to make shapes on the ground to run around. Easy, right? And fun at the same time. But sometimes when you're getting in shape, maybe you feel like someone's a little bit better than you, or maybe has a little bit more than you. You know, that feeling is called jealousy. And everybody feels jealous sometimes. It's just a matter of how you handle it that makes you the person that you are. I'd like to share this story with you called This Makes Me Jealous. And you'll get a great tip in here of something you can do when you get that feeling inside. This Makes Me Jealous by Courtney Carbone. This makes me jealous. A new girl named Amy came to school today. She walked in during my show and tell. Everyone ignored me and stared at her. I felt as prickly as my cactus plant. My teacher asked me to share my desk. I did not like having to share my things. The other kids crowded around Amy at recess. I did not see what the big deal was. Next, we played soccer in gym class. It was my turn to be the goalie. But Amy made me look bad. She scored a goal on her very first kick. Hooray! Everyone cheered. I felt like the ball hit me in the stomach. I stomped off the field. My teacher stopped me. She asked what was wrong. I thought about my day. I thought about Amy. How was I feeling? I was feeling jealous. My teacher listened. She nodded and then asked me how Amy must feel. I had not thought about how Amy felt. It must be hard to be the new kid. My teacher asked me what I could do to help. I said I would try to be a friend to Amy. I found Amy near our desk. I shared my paints. We started to talk. Soon we were laughing and having fun. I barely noticed when the bell rang. I am glad I gave Amy a chance. I think we will be good friends after all. Today I was jealous. What makes you jealous? Can you ever remember a time when you were jealous? When you had that feeling that maybe somebody had more toys than you, or more fun than you, or more friends than you, or were better at something than you? Well, you're not alone. Everybody's felt that way sometimes. But do you remember what Amy in the story did when her teacher asked her, "What's wrong?" Now, she could have walked away and said nothing and stayed jealous, right? But that wouldn't have fixed anything. Instead, she took the time to think about it and she realized that she was feeling jealous. What could she do? Her teacher suggested making friends, right? Go talk to her, be her friend, see if you can work it out together. And once she did, she found a new friend and her feelings of jealousy went away. Don't be afraid to ask somebody when you need help. And always remember that, yes, you can. You can do it. We're here for you. People love you and they want to help you through your problems as you grow. We're all growing together and we're all here for each other. Just remember, yes, you can.
I heard you had some trouble yesterday. Okay, sometimes things just go that way. What matters most, I want you to know, you can ask for help. That's how you grow. I want you to know your teachers and family are here to help you. I want you to know talking to a grown-up is a real good plan. Big brother, big sister, they might know just what you should do. I want you to know, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can ask someone for help. That's a real good plan. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can ask someone for help. Oh, yes, you can.
I have had another great day learning with you at home. I always have fun learning something new all the time when I'm with you. Remember, we learned about this awesome word shape and its two meanings. The outline of something in our circle, square, rectangle, and triangle. And then we learned that it also means to create something like a healthy body and a healthy heart, remember? And then our friends stopped over and we got to do some awesome exercises together. And we made some really neat shaped necklaces, didn't we? And then we talked about feelings inside, right? And how that we can always talk to somebody when something's bothering us. But you know, all this learning, and I'm ready to get back out there again and get my heart pumping. I'm going to do one of my very favorite shape up activities that I do almost every day. I take my kitty cat. Come here, Petty. This is one of my best buddies, right? My pet. Maybe you have a pet at home. And I put him inside his kitty backpack, and we go walking around the neighborhood every day. It keeps my heart healthy, and it lets me spend quality time with my pet. I'm going to put him in there, and I'll meet you outside. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Don't forget to keep shaping up by keeping that heart moving. And keep reading, keep learning, and keep watching WQLN. Because there's nothing I like better than bringing learning to life with you. See you next time.